Hey everyone, I just got started. For those of you who are joining in, I'm just alerting my audience. How's everyone doing today? Just doing some office hours here. I went live last week and I'm just going to test the chat here. Good morning. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Or if it's not the morning where you are, then good ever. Good morning. Oh, it's Todd. What's up, Todd? Reached out, made the video, and sent it. There you go. And then you'll be able to know if they actually watched it. Hello, hello. Watch me thriving. Hello. Can I call you by your real name since I know what it is? Did you get this because, hi, Angela, did you get it because I posted in Mindset School or it just showed up on your feed? I'm curious to know, like the stream. Did it show up on your feed or did you just get the post in Mindset School? I think I got it from YouTube directly. Okay. Yeah. So we talked about this last week because I'm subscribed. So you get notifications. So this is, I'll be doing this a lot more. I'll be doing the live sessions on YouTube a lot more. I will likely schedule something day and time, recurring day and time. And then I probably will just do a lot of random where I'll just go live because YouTube is pushing this out and it's a great way for you to interact with your audience and it also pushes it to non-subscribers. So while you guys have notifications, non-subscribers will also be shown live because YouTube is promoting live. Is my volume good? Is my sound good? Because I'm using the YouTube Studio. It's built in. Yes, good. That's the other cool part about these live streams is you don't need a streaming device. The volume is good. Sound. Now the recording when I put it up didn't sound that great. It was my microphone was a little jumbled on the recording because it puts that's the other piece too is it puts the recording up right after. So now you have an on-demand video for live. So this is a great way to interact with your audience. And it's got the chat bar here so you guys can ask questions. There's a lot of cool stuff that can happen here. So I'm figuring all of this out and then I can do screen shares as well. So I'll be doing this for the umpteenth time more frequently. And I really built my entire business doing this. Like this is how I built my coaching business was I went live on, I did TikTok live. I did it all the time. And I got a lot of engagement, a lot of followers, a lot of people to opt in for my email list. And my first one-to-one client came from a TikTok live, if you can believe that. Now you get a lot of, people in there trolling you. I don't anticipate that happening here. When I went live on Friday, it was a good experience. Like we had, I think it was maximum like 14 or 15 people, and there was good conversation in the chat, good engagement, and then again it gets posted. So you guys asked a bunch of good questions. It seems more than likely that I'm going to do the promotion for the school workshop that's this Saturday. I know a lot of you in here probably already know what that is because you're in one of my groups, I would assume. So I've gotten maybe 14 responses. I sent out the email this morning. And so far I've had one or two people respond. I haven't looked, but one or two people respond that they were in. And all you do is be an annual member and you'll be able to come to the workshop on Saturday from 9 to 11 Central. So I'll make an official announcement on that probably in the next day or so. And then I'll be putting the course together on how to build your school from scratch. You guys need help with anything? Again, Q and questions. I mean, I can just sit here and ramble all day long, which I don't want to do. If you guys have stuff that you want to learn about, I'm also looking for. I'll be point blank here. I'm challenged with new content angles for my YouTube channel to come up with the next video that is top of funnel. Which top of funnel is you're trying to reach a larger audience and help them. That's kind of like what the last side hustle ever video was a top of funnel video, which is you're trying to bring brand new people in. So I'm looking for that versus some like middle or bottom of funnel videos. So is there something that anyone in here wants to learn about? Like, is there a gap in your, your online business journey that you haven't seen yet? Like, is there something that you want to learn how to do? And maybe I could help with that. Again, always looking for ideas. And if you don't have them, that would be great. Or that's fine too. I'm saying if you don't have them, that would be great. If you don't have them, that's fine too. No suggestions. That's all right. I ain't mad at you. And I will stay on until probably 10:20 or 10:25 Central Time. So about an hour. Do you have a fun channel? No, this is my only channel. I used to have a YouTube channel when I was still in the real estate business. I had a YouTube channel for my property business, and I would do like educational content, and I would send sellers and buyers to that channel to reference certain things, like if like what is seller financing, or how do you do this, or what does this mean? So that's what that channel was for. And then I had a podcast related to the real estate business, and I put a lot of videos on that channel. I've since closed it, but no, I don't have a fun channel. This is my only one. This is enough for me to manage. My main needle mover is working on making videos for LinkedIn. Any advice for something I must include? Okay. I saw your post in the group, and I don't spend a lot of time on LinkedIn, and I'm okay with that because YouTube is my main driver. There's probably a lot of my audience on LinkedIn, but they're probably also on YouTube as well. So I think for your videos, Angela, I would test short and long form videos, but make the videos for LinkedIn. Like, don't make a YouTube video and share it with LinkedIn because it won't get pushed out. So you actually have to make the video and upload it into LinkedIn. And I always find that the best way to create videos on any platform is to create helpful content. Like, the rules are kind of the same across all the platforms. Like, you're either, like, for you, I don't know what you're thinking about, but either like show the thing, like demonstrate it, your offer, like demonstrate what you have and how it's helpful as opposed to pitching it, or teach people how to do something, right? Like, maybe whoever you're targeting, think that, like, teach them or show them versus here it is, go buy it. If that helps, if that makes sense. Like, you're really trying to build trust. Let me know if you have a follow-up question to that. Todd, I was thinking serious about a fun channel for me, and the pause button title, I think it's close. Just something I can do for fun. I mean, I told you, I jokingly said that, and then I wanted to take it back because I was like, he'll probably go do it. So why not? I mean, if you're already making the videos, you can certainly post that. You can certainly post that. Just as long as it doesn't distract you. Again, the more stuff we add, the more spinning plates that we have, that's that much more difficult to figure out, like, what is it that we're doing? What is it that we're trying to do? What are we focused on? You can build an entire business on one thing. Like, I could close everything down. I could shut down the mastermind. I could shut down my YouTube. Well, I mean, I should say I shut down my YouTube channel, but I could just have Mindset School and spend all of my time working on Mindset School, and I would not run out of stuff to do. I really wouldn't. Should it be a private channel? Why wouldn't you make it public? Why wouldn't you make it public? My biggest issue, Randy, hello, good morning, or wherever you are, good afternoon, good evening. My biggest issue is that when I'm looking for ideas, the first question is always, what are you passionate about? Or what do you have experiences? What if you don't have any passions or any skills? Randy, please don't take this the wrong way, but you do have skills. You do have skills. You just don't. This comes down, like, that's the thing I would do first before I looked at ideas. Is you got to fix that thing right there. Okay, you hear what I'm saying? I get it that you might not be passionate about anything, but everybody's got skills. You know stuff that I don't. You have something to teach me, and vice versa. There 100% there's something that you know. Okay, yeah. Like, you have a lot of skills. A roughneck for 20 years, I worked in the oil field. Okay. Do you have my free prompts, the skill to business formula? Do you have that, Randy? Angela, see you later on. What would pitfalls be? Why are you worried about pitfalls? You're retired. Like, what are you worried about? Who cares? Who cares? What's a pitfall of you posting a video of you in a coffee shop? I roughnecked for 20 years. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get my prompt. Randy, I'm going to workshop this for you, man, right now. Okay. Let's do this. I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully you can see this. Please let me know that you guys can see this. Yes, you can. You should be able to see this. Okay, so here it is. I am going to help you with the idea. Let me go to my prompt that I have here. So okay, so I'm not going to say me. So I have a client I'm working with. He worked in the oil fields for 20 years as a roughneck. Give me 20 ideas he could sell. Give me 20 problems he dealt with daily that others would pay to. I hope that you saw this. I hope that you saw this. I made a video on this. These are just ideas. So you've got extreme weather exposure, physical exhaustion, chronic injuries, dangerous equipment, chemical exposure, noise and sleep deprivation, poor hygiene, risk of fires, mental and emotional problems. Like, just look at all this stuff. Here, I'm just going to give you this prompt right here. I'll put it in the chat. I want you to go play with this using AI. Here it is. Randy, that's for you, buddy. Okay, go look at that prompt, play with it, and come up with something that, and if you don't like any of these, like, hey, give me 20 more, right? I like the mental and the emotional stuff. Maybe there's some financial and career issues like, budgeting or limited upward mobility. I don't know a ton about your industry. I did work in that industry. I sold to it. We sold elevators. But try that. But the thing that you have to do, Randy, is you got to let go of your first comment, which is I'm not good at anything. Like you're right. You're not. You have no skills. It's like you keep telling yourself that, then you're right. You gotta flip the narrative on that. Okay. Everyone is good at something. You have stuff to teach me. I could literally spend a week with you and I still wouldn't learn everything you know about the old business. So that's the stuff that you got to let go of. You got to flip the narrative. Like it all starts with you. If you say you can, you can. If you say you can't, you can't. Press record, have some affiliate links and make your first dollar online. Yep, you bet. Whether you think you can, you are right. I mean, that's a quote. That's a quote for a reason. Like that's real. It all starts with that. And then because it doesn't look, here's the deal, Randy. It doesn't make any difference what idea you have. The self-belief will be there. It doesn't make any difference. I paint this visual for people that I have one-to-one calls with a lot. I did it last week and I really had to level with the guy because he had been consuming stuff for 20 something years. And he's like, I haven't done a damn thing. And I'm like, you got to stop doing that. Like, that's your problem. Like, it's not the idea. It's the fact that you continue to consume stuff. Like, everybody puts so much pressure and thinks that it's the idea that matters, when that's like the thing that matters the least. It's the doing. It's the commitment. It's the long-term commitment. It's the focus. It's the discipline. It's the stuff that people just don't want to face, right? Everybody wants the silver bullet, the quick win, the fast cash, the fast money. Like they just want it right. They want it yesterday. And they're constantly looking for that. And anytime something gets difficult or challenging, they just give up and they go to the next thing. And that's the cycle that you repeat forever and forever for some people. They never break out of that cycle. And I'm a firm believer, and I know it to be true because I could speak this way because I lived this way for a long time. I just kept going to the easiest thing. Like, I got to find something that's easier. I got to find something that's easier. And it never worked for me. And I've never seen anybody that it's worked for that just kept doing that and kept doing that, because you'll always end up in the same spot, which is like, business is hard. Being in business is hard. Life is hard. Life is not easy. Like, no matter what you do, there's going to be challenges and there's going to be difficulty. So you got to face those challenges. You got to face those difficulties. So when you get to a point in your business where you're stuck, then you got to push through. You don't say, okay, this is too hard, and go to the next thing and then get to the same spot and be like, oh, this is hard. This thing is showing up again. I don't want to make content, or I don't want to do sales, or I don't know how to do lead generation, or I don't know how to do this. It's like, figure out how to do that and keep going. And that's going to give you a much greater likelihood of success simply by solving the big problems in your business. But you give the idea too much credit. The idea gets way too much credit. It is not the business that you pick. It is your commitment to the business. The 26 side hustles that I quit and gave up on, I could have made any one of them work if I just simply gave it a better opportunity. And I didn't give it a good enough opportunity. I just quit. I gave up. I quit. It wasn't me failing. It was me giving up. Because when it got hard or didn't happen fast enough, I just said, all right, I'm going to go find the next easiest thing. And that didn't work. And I just repeated that I put a video out the other day. I repeated that from when I was 30 years old all the way up until I was 44. And then it worked for a little bit in real estate. I did that for about 3 years. And then I screwed that up too, because I started taking on too much stuff. I started saying yes to a bunch of things. And I just created a big fat mess. So I quit. I shut the whole thing down because it was too much for me. I hated it. And now I'm doing something that I've learned all those lessons, and I will not repeat that mistake. I will not repeat history. I'm focused on one thing. That's my school groups. So I hope that prompt works for you, man, Randy. I do the REI thing as well. Same thing here. Overwhelmed. JA. I didn't like any of the ideas it came up with for me. I have to try to give, but my biggest concern is I have zero online presence, so that blocks me. Okay, well, all right. So JA, are you a I didn't have an online presence either when I first started. I had none. Nobody has an online presence when they first start. So you build one. That's you that's what you do. You build the audience. Look, all these ideas that I give you guys or that I try to give you guys in my YouTube videos, like what to sell, the niche, the that type of stuff, like some ideas that you could have for a business. I really want you to think more like directionally in term and let now conventional wisdom will tell you that you got to get like hyper focused, hyper narrow, and super specific. And I just don't really subscribe to that for the majority of people out there. I think that you can get that way when you've made several attempts at business. Like I can get really narrow with my audience. But in the beginning, I was much more broad because I wanted to start talking about I was interested in helping people start businesses using what they already know how to do, right? That was about as specific that I got. And then I said, okay, well, when I'm speaking to people, I'm going to talk to the previous version of me, like the guy who was 30 to 44. And I would offer to help that person. And then my audience started to show up. So I just started talking about that. I had no audience in the beginning, zero. Like when I started my Instagram, I had no followers. When I started TikTok, I had no followers. Like everybody starts at zero. When I started my YouTube, I had nothing. I opened it up. I started creating posts and content, videos, and then I built the audience. So my philosophy on business is think directionally. Like I wanted to talk about this specific thing, which was helping people launch businesses using what they already knew how to do, whether it was from their 9 to 5, a life transformation they went through, like I did with the 26 failed side hustles or the ones I quit on, or you're just good at something. You're good at something in real life, like woodworking, or you know how to fix stuff, or you like something, you like motorcycles, or you like playing golf, whatever it is. Okay. I figured you were going to say that. How do you start if you don't want to be on camera? Why don't you want to be on camera? Like, why don't you want to be on camera? Jay, I will say this to you. Everybody that I've ever met, that I've ever talked to, does not want to show their face. They don't want to be known. They don't want to be known. Unless you have someone or something that you're truly trying to avoid, like you don't want your boss to find out, or maybe there's a relationship situation, like it's usually a fear thing. Like you just don't want people to judge you and you'd rather not show your face. I don't like my voice. I don't like this, right? No one wants to show their face. Yeah, it's everybody. I'm telling you, it's everybody. It was me. Now you can't shut me up. And nobody ever died making YouTube videos showing their face. It's like it's all in your head. All of this business stuff is really just about you getting out of your own way. And Jay, I'm not picking on you, but this is what you're typing in the chat. I've had the conversation hundreds of times. People will get on calls with me and we'll start talking about a potential, business that they could start, and they will have all of these conditions, this list of rules that they don't want to do. Like, I want to start a business. I want to make more money. I want to change my life. I want to spend more time with my family, whatever it is. I want all these things. I want all these things. I hate my job. I want to get out of my job, but it comes with these conditions. I don't want to do sales. I don't want to do content. I don't want to show my face. I want to only work this amount of time. It's like, it ain't going to work. I'm here to tell it to you straight. Like, your freedom does not come with conditions. If you want it, you will do. Here's no one in the history of my calls, and I've done over 1,000 of them, Not one person has ever said this, and this is what it takes. I want my life to change. I want all those things. Like I want to get out of my job. I want to make more money. I want to be with my family. Like I want a better life. I want all of that. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes and wait 10 years to get it. You know how many people have said that to me? Zero. Everybody wants it with conditions, and they want it yesterday. When in reality, that is what it requires. Okay? You want the better life, then you got to do stuff that you don't want to do. Period. You don't get to have your cake and eat it too. Can you do something that you enjoy doing? Yes, 100%. I think that you should, because that gives you the best opportunity to not give up. If you're doing something that you like, if you're doing something that you enjoy doing and that you could see yourself not giving up on, then you will let, when it gets hard, and it will get difficult. It will get difficult. Business will get hard. You could have the thing that you love doing the most, and you still will get thrown curveballs. You still will get punched in the nose, and you'll want to give up. But if you like doing it, versus, well, I'm not really passionate or crazy about that real estate thing, then you'll just quit. But this requires a long-term commitment. It requires you doing stuff that you don't want to do, especially in the beginning. And it requires a lot of effort. And if people aren't willing to do that, like, you got to let go of the buts. I want this butt. Like, I don't want to show my face. Then you probably are. And then they look for the faceless opportunities. That's why that stuff sells, because people don't want to show their face. So I'm like, why don't you want to show your face? Showing your face builds trust faster than anything. So you being real and making content and letting them see who you are, that's an opportunity for people to get to know you, for you to be real. So that's my, I hope everyone's listening to that and hears that message, because Jay, what you just said, I hear it over and over again, and I'll continue to hear it. Like it's like a blueprint. Like, people come in with this playbook of all these conditions of what they want, but they're not willing to do this to get it. When it's the opposite, I'm willing to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to get it. And if you have that mentality and that attitude, then you will get it. Just a matter of when. I can't speak properly yet. Had a stroke. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, obviously you have some limitations there. Are you on the mend? Are you gonna get better in terms of the speech? Me too. Well, you had a stroke too, Jay? Oh, you're saying me too. I hope you're better soon. I was like, you should have told me that you had that before I went on that rant. And look, guys, when I think most of you know this, because you probably have watched some of my videos, or you're in my groups, you're in Mindset School, you're in the mastermind. Like, I speak this way because I care. Like, I'm passionate about this. I'm not trying to demean you in any way. Like, this is me speaking a lot of the time, speaking through me, to me, through you. So I'm talking to the younger version of Brian, because this is the type of stuff that I used to say. Like, I don't want anybody to see me. Yes, I think so. Thanks. Good. Rob, that you're in. Love seeing people overcome their challenges. Yeah. I've got people in my groups that have challenges, right? They've got circumstances. They got, life circumstances. And oh, man, they don't make any excuses. None. I have someone in my group that is blind. Does more, takes more action than probably 75% of my group. That's no joke. Totally limited. Can't see. And gets it done. Finds a way to get it done. And then I have to listen to all these other people that come in, and they give me all these limitations. I'm not talking to you, Rob, but all these other people that have all these buts. So I can't do this, and I won't. I'm just like, I just go back to that guy and I'm like, he inspires me because I don't have that. Like, I don't have those physical limitations. So I am not going to make any excuses. Like, if he's not going to make any excuses, I'm definitely not going to make any excuses. He doesn't make any. And I have other people in my group too that have limitations and they don't make excuses. They don't whine about not having enough time. They don't whine about not having enough money, and they don't whine about all the stuff, right? They just go out and they get it done. That's all it is. It's like you can talk yourself out of anything and you can talk yourself into anything. That's why I'd say all this business stuff that we're talking about, all these ideas that we obsess over. Like we think it's the idea. It's like, no, you got to get out of your own way. You're in your way. You're blocking you. Just press record, rewatch your vids, course correct while in motion. You will hate your first 25 videos. Yeah, you will. You will. I rewatch all my videos. Multiple times. I mean, I rewatch them while I'm editing them. I rewatch them after they're done to figure out what I could have done better. And yeah, I mean, I've got probably 250 long form videos, over 1,000. You got way more than me. I got over 1,000, including shorts. I've got maybe 2,500 posts on Instagram and TikTok, and the first ones were terrible. Do I record any? I think you're talking to Listen, my son. He's got a ton of videos. He's got a huge YouTube channel, like 280 something thousand subscribers. Yeah, that's so true. Nobody looks or sounds like they think they look or sound. That's one thing. That's another thing that I hear a lot. I don't like the sound of my voice. It's like, you don't have to like the sound of your voice. Being on camera will hold me back. Again, nobody ever died making a YouTube video. It's like, you're not going to die. It's fine. Seriously. It's not that bad. It's okay over here. I get it. It's hard. People want this may or may not help, but I just always say we all want it to sound a certain way, to look a certain way. And usually what we want is not what the viewer wants. The viewer is the judge. The viewer is the judge. If I've put out videos that I didn't like 100%, like I thought I could have done that better, and they've done very well. I've done videos that I thought I literally have hit the send the upload button. I'm like, that's going to get 1 million views, and it got like 200. Like I've made videos that I thought were awesome that flopped. I've made videos that I thought weren't that good, and they did amazing. And I just always say, it's not up to me. I'm not the judge. I am not the judge. I am a student of my audience, and I listen to what they're challenged with, what their problems are, and I do my very best to try to speak to them and try to help them. And they will judge me. No one's ever said, I don't like the sound of your voice. No one's ever said, I don't like your background. No one's ever said, I don't like the way your face looks. That's all you. That's all you. I mean, do I love the sound of my voice? I don't know. I just get used to it. I've listened to myself so many times. It's like I now know how I sound, and like, listen, my son said, you get used to it. What if you got a skin blemish? It could be self-conscious, and it could be a focal point for the viewer instead of the message. Again, you're projecting onto the viewer. You're projecting onto the viewer. Maybe that helps. I don't know. Like you'll never know until you post. We could sit here and talk all day long. We could sit here and talk for weeks about the reasons why. How about the reasons why not? How about the reasons why? Why are we always focusing on why we shouldn't? Focus on why we should. Okay? What is the best case scenario? What's the best thing that could happen if I started making videos? But why don't we think about that instead of worrying about what someone might think or say? Because you're gonna get judged regardless. I get judged on my videos. I've literally had people tell me to go burn in hell. I've literally had that, and I just say to myself, it has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. I'm the trigger. That's all I am. Like they're having a terrible life or a bad day or something bad happened to them, and I'm the trigger. Like they saw me and they just got triggered and they decided to take it out on me. Like I don't the energy that we're spending here right now, deciding whether or not we should do it it's just wasted energy. Yes, burn in hell, really. I've literally had people tell me that. More on like Instagram and Facebook, and I laugh at it. Like, hey, I wear a lot of hats. I've had people tell me like, "Hey, you're a stupid hat," and it's like it has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me, and it doesn't impact me at all because I don't allow it to. But the energy that we spend thinking about deciding, like I put a post in my school community, Mindset School, both of my communities actually, the Mastermind and Mindset School. And I referenced somebody who mentioned this comment, but he's 100% right. It's like the energy that you spend deciding on whether or not you do something, like every day that you decide that you wait, you're losing money. So if you're thinking about starting something, about starting a business, every day that you wait and that you think about it, that you decide, you're literally losing money. It's wasted effort, it's wasted energy. You just got to do it. Like zero effort should go into convincing yourself to do the thing. Just do it. Everyone overthinks, myself included. I overthink, but I overthink way less than I ever have in my life. Like I was sitting here, I was literally sitting here. Um, I finished one task. I finished a task that I was doing that I had to do, a needle move that I had to do. And I have an open spot on my calendar for a creative time. And I have a call at 10:30, which is in 29 minutes from now. And I just said, maybe I'll go live. And I spent about 10 seconds thinking about it. I was like, all right, I went live. I clicked the button. Now I'm on. I've been on for 40 minutes. And I have no agenda. I had nothing to talk about. I literally just wrote in office hours. I'll answer your questions. I put a post in Mindset School and I said, I'll do this. Now, I don't have a lot of hesitation with that now, but I can tell you that 3 years ago, I wouldn't have happened that fast. It would not have happened that fast. It took me, it took a lot of talking into because I was worried about, well, like, what if I don't have anything to talk about? Or if is anybody going to come? What are they going to say? What if they ask me something I don't know the answer to? What if that happens? Or what if it doesn't happen? What if I get my first client? What if I get a bunch of followers? Like, what if I get monetized on YouTube? It's like we all think about the world is going to end because we showed our face. How dare we? Like it's no different than you going out in public and talking to people. It's just a different environment. It's the same thing, different environment. Overthinking is the number one, I call it the gateway drug to all the other entrepreneurial killers. Procrastination, imposter syndrome, analysis paralysis, like all the things that keep us stuck. But the endless cycle of overthinking. You can start out by being a guest on other people's shows. Yeah. Getting interviewed takes the pressure off. I used to do a lot of podcasts. I don't do them anymore. Analysis paralysis is real. That's why Mindset School exists, Randy. People cannot get out of their heads. They can't. They can. It's just that's the thing that really stops them. So that is those are the problems that have to be solved before you actually get into business. Because if you can't find a way to limit your overthinking and to limit your overanalyzing and to move forward in spite of those things, then it doesn't the idea is irrelevant at this point, which is why in all of my teachings, in both of my communities and everything that I do, I always start with mindset. I always start with mindset. My belief is that business owners fail because they're not mentally ready. They're not prepared. They don't have what it takes mentally. And until you do, the same problems will always show up. So the business idea, it doesn't matter. If you overthink and you overanalyze everything, you're going to bring those those habits into your business. You got to be able to make decisions without overthinking. A good interviewer can bring the best out of you. True. I did a radio interview last year and I wasn't sure how I'd say things. That would be nerve-wracking. Yeah. If you never did it, did you get through it? The host did a great job making it easy. Yeah, a good host is, and also preparation too. I don't know, I probably have been on maybe like anywhere from, I'd say around 75 shows as a guest. Again, I don't do them anymore. Someone just asked me to be on one in person and I said no, because that's not my focus, right? I'm not trying to do that anymore. I'm focusing on my groups. But it is really a great way to prepare. If you can prepare for those interviews, you'll do even better. Like I used to come with bullet points. I used to rehearse. I'd practice what I was going to say. And a lot of the times, even with bad interviewers, I would still do pretty good, because there's a lot of people who have podcasts that shouldn't have shows or need to get better, right? And that's all it is. It's just getting better. Like when I had my first podcast, it was pretty rough. My first, just like, listen, my son said, like your first 25, 50 episodes, it's like, those are the reps. Press record while doing a hobby and teach and philosophize. I didn't know you were on a radio show, Angela. I did not know that. Let's see if I got any more responses in for the school offer. Not yet. I'm up to 15 yeses right now. I'll probably do it. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, if you're on my email list or if you're in Mindset School, I'm doing a workshop this Saturday. It's workshop number 5, where I'm showing everyone who comes how I built my Mindset School, my low ticket community where we teach you how to build a business, but we fix your brain first. And I'm going to walk through how I built it, because a lot of people are starting school communities, especially with the announcement of the $9 per month hobby plan. And I'm going to walk through the entire thing, and I'm going to give you guys some cool assets. And I sold the 6 workshops as a series because there's 6 of them. And then I just decided that I would offer the one workshop to anybody who was in Mindset School as an annual member. And it seems like with the replays, and I'm also going to build a course on how to build your school community start to finish, and it'll be like a living, breathing thing. So I'll update it as it's more relevant. And I might even build one from scratch during the tutorial. So true to form, I put a poll in Mindset School. I'm like, would this be something that you would want? And here's what it would require. I need 15 to 20 people to say yes. And then I sent it to my email list this morning. So I always ask my audience, which is why I think it was JA here, with you were talking about the ideas, or somebody else is like, I always think about directionally what I want. And then I start making content for the audience. Like I make videos. I did everything on, short form first. Now I'm on YouTube, but I build an audience. I create the audience. I get them off the platform. So if you watch one of my YouTube videos, I give you a lead magnet called the Skill to Business Formula that helps you decide on a business, gives you ideas, and that gets you off the platform. So I build the audience. I ask you guys what you want. And then when you tell me what you want, when you validate the idea, which is like, hey, I have this idea of something to sell, then you tell me that you want it, then I make it. And then it's guaranteed to get me sales. Every time that I do that, I make money. And when I do it that way, instead of making something first and then trying to sell it, the research is already done and it saves me a lot of time. So if I put that post out and nobody said yes to it, then I would just scrap the idea. I wouldn't even do it. And I'd thank them like, hey, you just saved me a bunch of time, because I would have made this thing and then I would have tried to promote it and nobody would have bought it. So that's my philosophy with business, especially for newbies starting out, is you've never made $1 online before. It's like, build an audience. Quit trying to make stuff that you then trying to get people to buy it. It's like, that's hard to do. Get a group of people together, which is why this school community is a great lead magnet. Like I could make YouTube videos. So I forget who it was. Maybe it was JA, maybe it was Rob, maybe it was both of you. And it could have been Randy as well, is I would start a YouTube channel. If I could just go back in time, this is what I would do. I would start a YouTube channel talking about what I like to talk about, right? Or what I think people need help with, which is getting into business, like starting an online business, using the skills that you already have. And I wouldn't have a lead magnet. My lead magnet would be my free school community. So I would have a free school community and I would tell everybody to go there. And I would build that up and I would start talking to people. I would make posts. I would show up in there as much as possible, right? As much as I possibly could. And then I would either eventually flip the group to paid, or I would find out what they wanted, right? And then I would make it for them. And I would either flip the group to paid and put all the stuff inside the classroom, or I would make stuff inside the classroom and just charge people for this course or this PDF or this thing, or maybe coaching if they wanted, some me to help them one-to-one build their business, or some type of implementation or accountability. Those are the things that I would sell. But I would get them to tell me first. And that's a lot easier than, I'm going to open up this school group. I hope people come. I make a bunch of content, and I'm going to try to get everybody to go there. Like the way that I teach it makes a lot more sense, and it's easier to do. And in the long run, it's the better method because you're not guessing. They're literally telling you, this is what I want. This is what I need. And that's how you get people to buy from you. You're building trust the entire time. Okay. You're building that trust by not selling them anything. Like I'm making this free content for you. I have a free community. Come over there. And then you're talking to them. You're having conversations with them. Maybe you do one call per week, or you're just doing a lot of posts. Like you're just giving a lot of information away. And then you find out what they're challenged with. They're telling you what they're challenged with. Maybe you do onboarding calls. Maybe you do one-to-one calls. That's how I built my entire business. I still do one-to-one calls. I just don't do free calls anymore. But I did a bunch of free calls when I started. And that was how I learned what people were challenged with. And then I was able to solve those problems. The reason that my lead magnet is, what business do I start, was because that's what people said that was their biggest roadblock as to why they didn't start an online business, is because they didn't know what business to start. So I created a lead magnet. And there's a reason that a lot of people download it, because that's the thing that they want. That's the thing that they're stuck with. And I only knew that my audio is messed up. Sorry. Let's see if I can fix it. How about now? I just tapped on it. That's dumb. My audio is messed up. Let me see if I can fix that. Same. Bummer. Static, a lot of static. All right. Did it just happen? Or has it been that way? It could be YouTube, it could be my mic. See, this is the type of thing that a lot of people might panic over. My last live, yeah. I noticed that on the recording too, so I gotta figure that out because I have a good microphone. I can't even change I can't even get in here and change the microphone. This is dumb. How do I do that, Mike? No. It's not working. Sorry, guys. I can't even like change the settings. Figure that out. Yep, I can't do it. Seems to get worse over time. All right. Well, I'm sorry, and I have to end anyways because I have a call coming up. So since my audio is terrible, I will end. So sorry about that, guys. But thanks for coming. I'm going to end now. I'm going to end the live. I have a call. I'll just put this in the chat. I have a call. I appreciate you. I'm going to do more of these for sure. I'm considering doing like a regular day and time, and then always like pop in and do lives because these are good. They're helpful, and I like doing them, and I get good feedback here. So thank you for coming. Sorry about the audio. See you guys next time. Okay. Bye.